Hey guys, today I am filming my Shop My Stash video for May, and this is going to be the last month that I am using my spring makeup products, and I'm excited because I have a lot of old favorites I want to bring out as well as a bunch of new products. I'm feeling honestly a little overwhelmed thinking about what I'm going to bring in here because I feel like I'm going to have a lot of products, and again, not a ton of makeup wearing days, but there are a lot of things that I purchased from the Sephora VIB sale and the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, and I want to test those products within that return window just in case. So this might be a little chaotic. There might be some things that don't end up getting used, but I'm going to try my best. So we will start by recapping some of the products from last month. So starting with the nail polishes that I wore last month, that would be KL Polish Miss Honey, 90 Lacquer Robin's Egg, June 2016, Essie's Stones and Roses, and OPI You're Such a Budapest. These are some of my favorite spring polishes, and I will be keeping all of these. I used up 4 products last month, and I want to show you those as well as the replacement products. So I used up that mini Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade Gel in Taupe, and I will be replacing it with the Milk Kush Fiber Brow Gel in Haze. I used up my Liquid Benefit Roller Liner in the brown shade, and I'm replacing it with this Milani Stay Put Matte Liquid Liner in their brown shade Coffee Mate. I used up my Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara and the Maybelline Colossal Mascara Minis, and I'm rolling in my next 2 Otis, which would be another tube of the Lancome Hypnose Drama and the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I also wanted to show you the things that I ended up decluttering from my makeup basket, and for most of these I did give you some more in-depth thoughts in my last video, which was my monthly makeup ranking, so I will link that for you in the cards for more information about why I'm decluttering these products. But I have 4 eyeshadow products. So first I have this ColourPop Super Shock in Belladonna Lily, which is just dried out, the e.l.f. Mint Melt Quad in Mint to Be, the ColourPop Aura and Out palette, and the Dose of Colors Eyes Cream palette. So next I'm going to go through the drawers really quickly to remind you what I used last month, and I will let you know what's staying and what is going back, and then we'll pull the new products. So for brows, I'm still using the same Benefit brow pencils, the NYX brow wax, the Lorac brow powder, and then I added in my new brow gel. So for complexion, I also have a couple things here on the side that were sitting over here so we can have all the product settle. So I am still going to be using this First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone matte primer, still the MAC Lavender Fix Plus as a primer spray. For foundation, I'm going to keep in this L'Oreal and Catrice combo. This is something that is in my year-long project pan. I will take out the Armani foundation. I'm going to put back the Too Faced and ColourPop concealer combo. And I will be keeping in everything else. So I've got my eye primer, blemish concealer, under eye corrector, and my powders in here. This one is a mix of Maybelline Fit Me Loose and the Too Faced Peach Perfect. So all of these products are staying in, and then I also am still working on this Milani Make It Last matte setting spray. So next we have cheeks, and there were a lot of products going on here. So I have all of my Jaclyn Cosmetics products. So these will all be going back in my collection. So this is like the glowy powder, the loose highlight. I have 2 pressed highlights, and then a blush and bronzer duo. And then I had my other face palette, which was the NARS Wanted 1 palette, which will be going back. And actually everything except for this face palette and these 2 bronzers are going back and will be rotated out. But I'll just show you really quickly. This is the Hourglass Ambient Edit Unlocked palette. Then I've got Benefit Hoola Bronzer, Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer that are going to stay. Then for the things going back, Cover FX Pink Dahlia, Persona Georgia, this Tarte Blush and Highlight Trio, It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi, Tarte Captivating, this Nude Stick Cream Blush in Sweet Peach Peony. And then my two highlights would be Benefit Tickle and Becca Moonstone. Next we have my eye product drawer, and I am keeping these. We have a Precious palette. These are some eye primer setting shades, and then some transition and crease color shades I always keep in here. So these are gonna stay. And then I will take out the Huda Pastel Mint palette, as well as this Tarte Chrome Paint in Paradise Found, ColourPop Mint for You, and the Hourglass Scattered Light and Reflect. I actually did not get a chance to use this one. I was really trying to focus on testing all of the other products, so I'm just gonna put this one back in my collection still. The only other thing I'm taking out of this drawer would be these two liners from ColourPop and Stila. Everything else is gonna stay, so I've got a glitter glue, a cream shadow that's in a project pan, black liquid liner, brown liquid liner, matte white eye base, a mascara primer, which I haven't used in a little while. It needs to dry out a bit, and then the two new mascaras I added in, and then my Wet n Wild Brulee I used to clean up my shadow. So these are all of my basics that are going to stay. And lastly, we have my lip products. So I have my two lip liners that I'm going to be keeping in, and that would be Cake from Lime Crime and Birdie from ColourPop. These are just some nice like light peachy pinky lip liners that work well with a lot of colors I like to wear for spring. And then the rest of the products are going to be going back. I'm not going to be decluttering any of these, at least for right now. But then for the actual lip products I had pulled, this is Bite Beauty Meringue, Buxom Gloss in Froze, ColourPop Gloss in Easy Bake. This Cover FX liquid lipstick in Soft Peach, I actually liked it when I wore it, but I wore it like a very thin layer and blotted it out. So I do need to play with this a little bit more, but I liked my first impression of it. Then I've got M Cosmetic liquid lipstick in Rose Nude and the gloss in Secret Blush. So all of these are going to be going back. So next I'm going to put away all these products, and then we'll pick out the new things. So starting in the primer, foundation, and concealer drawer, we've got some new products in here to test out, which I'm really excited about. So first for foundation, I'm going to be using this Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation in the shade LN2. And for concealer, I have the Tarte Shape Tape Ultra Creamy, and I want to compare this to the original to see if I really need to keep them both, because I already have a backup of the original and these take me a really long time to get through. I have them both in the same shade, which is 12N Fair Neutral. Next we have my powders, bronzers, contours, and highlights. I do have some new things I'm going to be pulling from this drawer as well. So all of the powders are good. I don't need to pick any new ones from there. For bronzers, I do want to mainly focus on the ones in my project pan, but I do have a new one that I want to test a little bit more. This is the Kosas Moisturizing Big Bronzer in the light shade. I did get this from a Sephora VIP sale, so I want to make sure I like this product while it's still in that return window. Normally this is something I would test in summer, but I really do want to make sure that I want to keep this. And for highlights, I do have a few new ones and old ones that I will be picking. So I do want to test out this Laura Mercier Matte Baked Radiance powder in the Highlight 01 shade. I bought this from BoxyCharm a couple months ago. And here is what this looks like. So there's no chance of me returning this, but I just cannot wait any longer. I want to try this. I know I'm picking a lot of highlights for this month, but I want to use this. Then I also want to use the Lorac Luxe Diamond Golden Hour palette. I got this during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. And of course, because it's a highlight palette, not all of the shades will work for me. So I want to make sure that I feel it's worth the price to keep this palette for basically the top row, because I can make those shades work. I actually can make a lot of these shades work if I mix it with this lightest one, but again, we will see. but I want to use that a good bit. So I am going to be picking two other highlights. So this is one I've had for a little while that I have not used yet. This is from ColourPop. This is the Cinderella Horse and Carriage highlight. Really, really pretty shade. I'll be excited to use. It looks like a good shade for my skin tone. And then my other fun one, this is Becca's Lilac Geode, just to add a little something different. So lots of highlights, but that's okay. I do feel like I can use each of them at least a few times, enough to develop an opinion to share with you for sure. Then we've got my blush drawer. This is gonna be a little busy this month. I'm hoping I can use everything at least a few times. So I've got two new products that I got during the Sephora VIB sale, so I definitely want to use these. And this first one is the Natasha Denona Love Cheek Duo. Packaging super cute. So we have a cream blush and a gelée highlight. So another highlight to use. I've got the Artist Couture Love Sprung Volume 1 palette, and the colors just look so pretty. I'm a little nervous about that shade. I'm going to use it lightly as a topper, but these colors are so gorgeous. I'm very excited to see what their cheek formula is like. I have another face palette that I have not used yet that I want to get some use out of. This is the Too Faced Sugar Peach Face and Eye Palette. So you've got another highlight. Oh, geez. And then 3 different blush colors. Gosh, this is a lot of highlight. That's fine. That's fine. If I don't get use out of something, I will figure out another time to test it. Then I have these 2 chopping block blushes. These are the Too Faced Love Flush blushes. And this was a limited edition shade called Funfetti. And this peachy color is I Will Always Love You. These are nice formula, pretty colors, but I just want to make sure that I really want to keep those. And I want to use another one of these Tarte stacks. Let's see what this one looks like. Ooh. These are pretty. So like a more pink, peachy nude, and like more of a corally color. Very pretty. I think I will pick these to play with. And the name of this one is Yours Truly, Into You, and Playtime. Then some good old standby blushes. Definitely want to use a Becca Blush. This is one of my all-time favorites. This is Flower Child, just the most gorgeous shimmery blush ever. And then these colors are going to look similar, but I have a lot of peach. So this is one from Lorac. This is Spectra. It's a matte blush. It looks very light, but these are really pigmented and show up really well in the cheeks. And then one that I have not used since I repurchased it last year. This is the Balm's Frat Boy, one of my first blush loves. So now on the right hand side, this is where I have mascaras, liquid shadows, cream shadow sticks, and my pencil liners. So I'm going to pick something new for this month as well. These are the ColourPop and Bambi eyeliners. It's a trio that has more of like a rose gold shade, like a light yellow nude, and a really pretty dusty purple color. So then we have single shadows and small palettes. So I have 2 new ones that I want to test. So this is the Makeup by Mario Glam Clod in Bronze Glam. And then I have the Natasha Denona Mini Love Palette. Then for some more springy options, I'm going to choose a couple Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pots. And I want to pick one of my all-time favorite shades, Frosé, which is similar to NARS Orgasm, except it has a little bit more of like a champagne gold, so it's a little lighter. So beautiful. If I was going to work every day, I know this is a color I'd be getting a ton of use out of. And then I want to use this purple color, which is Unleashed. I have not used this one yet, So I'm excited to see what I think of that color. And I want to go for another Natasha Denona product. This is her Coral palette, and I think these three shades right here are perfect for spring. These are a little bit more like summer fall to me, but I can definitely go for these shades here. And again, with all the things I have pulled, I won't be able to use all the colors anyway. So then moving on to palettes, I have a new one that I want to use, which is Artist Couture Ethereal Bloom. I definitely want to try this one first because I've heard some really mixed opinions on this palette. Really pretty colors in it though. So some mattes, some shimmers. Packaging is super cute. I also want to pick a chopping block palette or two. So I will pick this one. This is ColourPop Miss Bliss. My friend Jean sent me. And these shimmers are just so beautiful. And I will also pick Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade. My friend Jean sent this to me a while ago and I just have not used it yet. And these colors look absolutely perfect for springtime, especially the shimmers. And I really haven't played with her formula too much, so that will be fun. So that's all I'm gonna pick from the new palette drawer. So then from my old palette drawer, I wanna pick a good old standby. And that is ColourPop She's Got Solstice, which was a limited edition Ulta collab. I love these colors so much. One of my favorite ColourPop palettes, so I definitely want to get some use out of it this month. Lastly, we have lips. I will be picking several products this month. So these first three are not the most springy, but they are new products that I'm going to be testing. So this is the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable Glossy Balm in Nearly Apricot, the NARS Soft Matte Tinted Lip Balm in Unrestricted, and the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lipstick in Amorosa. So then for my regular lip product collection, for bullet lipsticks, I don't have a ton that are super springy, but I do have this one, which I love the packaging, but I don't love this shade that much, but I want to try to get some use out of it. So this is MAC Wagasa Twirl. It's a pretty pink color. I just wish it was a little bit lighter. Want to go for a mini liquid lipstick here. So one that I haven't used in the spring, but I think would be a nice like spring neutral. This is the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in La Freak, which is like a light pinky nude color. And I really like this formula. I just neglect this product, so hopefully I'll get some use out of that. So then I want to pick some other liquid lipstick. So I have a chopping block one, which is this Anastasia Crush, a pretty color. I just don't love the Anastasia formula, but this is my last Anastasia one, so I want to see if I'm going to keep that or not. Then I'll pick some Dose of Colors, and I'll pick these two. So this one is Lazy Daisy, which is like a pinky nude. And then we have Bear With Me, which is a light bright peachy nude. And that was 5, so one more and I will pick a gloss. I've already used this one a few times, but I haven't officially pulled it, but I think it will go well. So this is Bellini, which is a light peachy nude color. So here are the 6 lip products from my collection, and they're all looking very similar, minus this brighter pink shade, but that's okay. These are all more neutral colors that I think will go well with all of these different eyeshadow products that I picked. Okay, so now to show you the final product. So over here I've got my complexion products that I'm leaving it standing up. Then in my palette organizer I've got my face palettes here. So the highlight one from Lorac and then the blush palettes from Too Faced and Artist Couture. Behind here, I've got some of my eyeshadow palettes. Lemonade from Dominique Cosmetics, ColourPop, she's got Solstice, Artist Couture, Ethereal Bloom, and then Miss Bliss from ColourPop. So it's not ideal because they are covered up a little bit, but I know that they are there. And then I also have my custom Z palette. All of the shades are the same from last month. I didn't take any out, and I'm feeling actually very content with the shades in this palette. I think it's really pretty. So then we've got in the drawers, and the cheek one is full, so to the side I'm going to have the Kosas bronzer that I'm testing and the Hourglass Unlocked face palette. And here is what the complexion drawer looks like with the addition of the Pure Foundation and the Tarte concealers. And here is the cheek drawer, which, like I said, is very full. Everything is new except for my two Project Pan bronzers. Then we've got my eye drawer, so I got my Tarte Chrome Pots here. Got my Mario palette on top of my other like everyday eyeshadows. Then I have both of my Natasha Denona palettes. And then I just, for now, left the ColourPop liners in the box and put it right on top of these other eye products. But to make it look cute, I'll just tuck it in on the side there. And lastly, for lips, we have all the ones from my main collection as well as the 3 new ones that I'm trying out. So I have not done my labor and delivery video yet where I on YouTube introduce my son, but I have him in here with me while I'm filming this video. So I thought I would show you guys a little sneak peek. There will be a more official video coming in a few weeks, but here he is. His name is Landon, and I've got more pictures and a couple videos over on my Instagram as well if you would want to see more of him. And that is my makeup basket for May. I'm so excited to be trying out so many new products, but like I said, I'm a little overwhelmed by how many things I have in here, but I will do my best to be able to use as much as possible. Like I said, I will be prioritizing the new products so I can review them for you guys, but I'm looking forward to trying out all of these awesome products. And I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.